Hello everyone, this is our very first video, so I'm gonna explain to you how our game project was born, what motivates us, and where we are going in the future with this amazing project of us. We are a team of 3 friends making a video game called Nexwar. The idea is simple, making a game that we would love to play with our friends. This is our very first experience in making a game, so we take things with a mix of passion, ambition and humility. What we think is our biggest quality in the process is the passion, like I said, but also, like a lot of gamers I would say, our critical thinking in the expectations for a good game to play. Nexwar started a few months ago and was nothing more than a small prototype built by one guy with a dream, developing his own game. And this is Ivo, the one who started everything and started learning how to make a game. A brilliant guy, big gamer, huge competitor and big fan of old school MMOs like Darkfall with wild PvP in it. So at first it was extremely simple. A 1v1 PvP arena, some pre-made assets, a few spells, very basic IDs, nothing polished, nothing serious yet. Then, when the prototype was playable, he started sharing it with his friends, including us. And first, there is Gaimov, who instantly wanted to be part of it. Gaimov originally comes from a painting background, but as a huge fan of fantasy worlds and video games, he decided to learn pixel art from scratch just for Nexwar. And honestly, his raw and handmade approach is now the main identity of the game. Gaimov is also a huge gamer, more into immersive niche PvP games. As for me, I've always been passionate about competitive games, theory crafting and old school RPGs. And the moment I saw what Ivo and Gaimov were building, I immediately saw the potential, not only in the gameplay concept itself, but also in them. We've known each other for a long time now, and I knew they had the creativity and talent to build something special if the project was pushed in the right direction. So I joined the team to help shape the overall vision of Nexwar and handle everything surrounding the game outside of pure development and art. Things such as the game direction, structure, community, long-term ideas, making sure the project keeps moving forward as a real game and not just a prototype. The goal is simple: allow Ivo and Gaimov to focus as much as possible on what they do best, while I focus on helping turn the project into something bigger and more ambitious. Because even in its early states, the core concept already had something genuinely fun and addictive about it. So the 3 of us are big fans of hardcore PvP that rewards you with good memories and the feeling of accomplishment. And I think that's something the 3 of us have been missing for a long time in modern games. Nowadays, multiplayer games tends to feel too controlled, too predictable, too safe. We miss the good old games where builds mattered in a way that you could get creative with it, where players had reputation, where guilds meant something, where fights created memories, but also where gameplay is the central fun of the game. That's the kind of feeling we want to explore with Nexwar. Not just a competition for the sake of competition, but freedom, creativity, mastery and player identity. We envision players to be recognized not only by their names, but by the way they fight, the way they build their characters, the risks they take, and the strategies they invent. Right now though, Nexwar is just a prototype. At the moment, the game is basically a small 1v1 PvP arena built around a simple spellbook system. You choose 5 active spells, 2 passive spells, and build your own playstyle from there. We implemented a basic matchmaking system, a small ladder, bots, skins, some UI systems, spell animations, etc. But overall, it's still very early. What surprised us the most though, is how quickly theory crafting became fun even with very basic and simple spells. Even with the small numbers of systems, we kept finding ourselves testing builds, adapting strategies, and discovering weird combinations. And honestly, that's probably the core philosophy behind Nexwar. We love complexity inside simplicity. Simple systems that create deep gameplay. No unnecessary features, no useless chores, no fake complexity, just mechanics interacting in interesting ways. Of course, our ambitions for the project go far beyond this small arena prototype. One day, we'd love to create a world where competitive PvP serves something larger. A world where players build reputation, where clans fight for territory, where rivalries emerge naturally, where stories of our world are created by the players themselves. With all that said, let's stay grounded. Right now, we are simply three friends building something we genuinely want to play ourselves. And here we are to document the entire journey for everyone. The progress, the failures, the playtests, the IDs, the mistakes, everything. Not because we think we already have something incredible, but because maybe the journey itself is worth sharing. So, if you'd like to follow the project, help us achieve our vision and dream, you can subscribe to this channel, follow our socials, and join our Discord server in the description. If you made it so far, thank you, thanks for your attention, and welcome to Nexwar.